I think opinions for the most part don't matter, whether they are your own or somebody else's. Now, I want to give a little bit of context in setting up why this is on my mind. I've been posting a lot about last few months. I had a bunch of twists and turns in the way that I was thinking and what I was doing and all these things. And I record my life every day. And so these videos will reflect my state of mind, publicly, for better or for worse. Naturally, as you can expect on YouTube, people are quick to give their opinions on what I should do and so forth. But I even notice in myself, like, in these moments that I have been less sure of myself and so forth, if I'm completely honest with myself, do I look at that moment like particularly proudly or something like that? No, not really. I think sometimes I've spoken too much on things that I actually don't think matter that much. I just had a bunch of people commenting as like, oh, you should do this, you should do that, try taking a break or try doing this, maybe you should get this kind of job. And I was like, I appreciate it. It's okay. This is me figuring it out. And the point of documenting that is really to document the fact that I am just as stupid and whiny as pretty much any other human. Is it something that I'm proud of or happy with? No, absolutely not. And do I want to do better in future? Yes. But it's like, I don't know, as humans, we can focus on some really silly things sometimes. And I'm just as subject to that as anybody else. And wherever you're watching this, you probably are too. Previously, I have judged myself a little bit harshly for, having some of these human failures, because I don't like them, and I still don't like them, and I still want to improve. I think, honestly, being able to just kind of like take it in stride and not have it linger in my mind too much is something that I really look up to. But hey, it seems like a much bigger deal than it is. And I actually spoke about this in some videos, which is like, I will at some point look at this period on my life and think, man, I was being so stupid. The answer was right. It was not that far. It was right around the corner. And lo and behold, I can say that I think that is the case. And I don't have all the answers yet, but I certainly feel far more direction than I did feel 3 weeks ago, which is, by the way, these videos are recorded and they go up 2 to 3 weeks after they are recorded. This is for business reasons, for practical reasons. I'm not going to get into it. And so, the people comment on videos and it's like, I've moved on from that video. Obviously, I'm 3 weeks in the future now. This all culminated in this reflection that I think, like, I don't know, your opinions are rarely that useful. You can throw most of them out of the window. Your opinion on what you want is like a pretty useful one, because if you don't know what you want, life's a bit of a struggle, right? Because, what do you do? But outside of that, like, I don't know, I think you can throw most of the other shit out. It doesn't do anything, doesn't serve you. It's like, do I think it's cool? Do I think it's dumb? It doesn't matter. I've got the next thing to do, and I should just, go ahead and move ahead with that. And I think a lot of people beat themselves up and hold a lot of shame about the way that they are or behave about things. As humans, we're plenty imperfect, There's all kinds of things that I've seen in myself that I'm not very proud of, and I think I've struggled a lot with looking at those flaws in the eye. And then it's like, well, doesn't really fucking matter, does it? I don't know. I caught myself reading comments, and this is what came to mind. Is this a very useful business reflection? Maybe not, but hey, I am running some experiments right now, and I want to report back on the results of these, and I want to do more technical content on software agency stuff. But number one, I don't have the results yet of what I'm currently working on and what I'm currently doing. I don't know. I feel like prior to this whole 3 to 4 or 5 month pivot thing, like, me trying a bunch of shit, I feel like I spoke so much about all the stuff that I already had done in the agency that, like, now I just be repeating stuff. Although I also realize that, I can always make it better. And so maybe I should go back to that. But I really want to actually get back to centering around some agency stuff. I just want to do some learnings. I think there's a big part of me which feels some imposter syndrome, honestly. I feel like I haven't done enough to talk about it. But I have, I've made it in the multi 6 figures, and it's not anything crazy by any means, but I know that I at some point didn't have that. And so I know that maybe somebody else would also like to hear about that experience in a better and more engaging way than whatever I would have filmed a year ago, which I know was not that good. And even today, my videos have a hell of a lot to improve. I'm going to try and improve the kind of resources that I have around this and so forth, but I'm probably not going to get too deep into it until next year. So I'm really trying to double down on working on the agency stuff right now. And if I think about how I want to split my focus, if I'm honest, I think I want to do a little bit more building before I kind of create more videos in terms of like quality and so forth. I just have some stuff that I really want to try to figure out and experiment with. I'm talking about outreach stuff. I'm talking about lead gen stuff. This is really a very big unlock that if I learn, I also realize I can help many, many more people. And this is something that I think would be far more exciting to me. That being said, I'm sorry for this rather unstructured video. It's pretty much a thought dump at something like 2 in the morning, so can't be that good. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions, as usual. I reply to most comments. I've been doing that a lot more recently, so I'm active and kind of going through stuff pretty much every day. Thank you so much for watching, as usual, and wherever you are, I hope you have a great rest of your day.